कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। We are now going to enter into that phase in Srimad Ramayanam which Valmiki, very filled with emotions and bhakti, calls it Sundara Kandam. In fact, time and again I have fervently mentioned that Srimad Ramayanam of Valmiki is Adikavyam, Pramana Grantham, Itihasa Sreshtham. Besides, we have a list of commentators who have done a fabulous job of commenting upon every verse in Srimad Ramayanam in such detail. One such commentary is the Tilaka. The commentator gives an invocatory verse to this particular kandam. He says, Sundare Sundari Sita Sundare Sundari Katha Sundare Sundari Lanka Sundare Kimna Sundaram Sundare Sundari Sita Akshata Marute Mukha Shrutva Krishtaha Tathaivastu Saramaha Satatam Hride. Why is this canto? Why is this kandam called as Sundara Kandam? Does it mean that Balakandam is not Sundara? Does it mean that Ayodhya Kandam is not Sundara? Does it mean Aranya Kandam is not Sundara? Does it mean Kishkinda Kandam is not Sundara? Does it mean Yuddha Kandam is not Sundara? Does it mean Uttara Kandam is not Sundara? Why is this adjective beautiful applied only to this kandam? Isn't it a million-rupee question? Well, there have been some counters to this as well, and there have been some add-ons to this. Let us go further. Balakandam talks about the circumstances that led to Rama's birth. Balakandam discusses about the yajna which was performed to have Sri Rama in the family. Balakandam talks about Rama's birth. Balakandam talks about Rama and Sita's meeting and their marriage. Everything is auspicious, but it is not called Sundarakandam. What events happen in Ayodhya in a certain period of time when Dasharatha wants Rama to be the heir apparent, when Bharata is not in Ayodhya, when Kaikeyi requests for those boons, when Dasharatha promises with lot of disgust for her, then Rama accepting those boons, then Bharata coming and seeking the Padukas of Rama and then doing Paduka Pattabhishekam. So, in a way, it is a mixed bag of emotions. There is bhakti, there is Bharata bhakti, there is Lakshmana bhakti, there is Shatrughna bhakti. There is Bibhatsa as well towards Manthara, towards Kaikeyi. There is Karuna Rasa, which will be evoked in us when we look at Dasharatha and Kaushalya. There is Bhakti Rasa when we look at Guha of Shringiberapura or Bharadwaja of Bharadwaja Ashrama. So, it's a mixed bag of emotions. So, Valmiki chooses to call this Kandam Ayodhya Kandam, those events that happened in and around Ayodhya. So, he calls it Ayodhya Kandam. Well, next, close to 13 and a half years of the 14 years of stay of Sri Rama with Sita and Lakshmana in the forest. Forest is Aranyam. So, this is Aranya Kandam, those events that happen in Aranya. In a way, it is beautiful. I'll tell you why. Because Rama, Lakshmana and Sita happen to spend the golden period of their lives in the forests. They end up seeking the blessings of great sages such as Sutikshna, Sharabhanga, Agastya, Valmiki, so on and so forth. They have such nice memories of Sita and Rama swimming across the waters of Godavari and Lakshmana being the referee. Of course, there is a turn of events when Shurparakha comes. She is humiliated. Kharadushana come and fight Rama. So there is Yuddham, there is Veera Rasam. And there is Dukkham as well when Sita is abducted by Ravana. And there is Bhakti. When you see Jatayu, Gachalokan, Anuttaman, when he goes to Vaikuntham, when Shavari follows the footsteps of her Acharya Matanga Rishi, all this evokes Bhakti Rasa. So all these events happen in the forest. It is Aranya Kandam. Events that happen during the birth, the childhood, the boyhood of Rama and his brothers is Balakandam. Events that happen in Ayodhya is Ayodhya Kandam. Events that happen in the forest is Aranya Kandam. Similarly, quod ergo demonstratam, QED. So, we have the events that happen in Kishkinda, the region ruled by Vali at one point in time, later will be ruled by Sugriva. So, there is a Vanara Sainyam there, there is a Jambavan, there is a Vali Sugriva Dvandva Yuddham, then Vali dies, Sugriva is made the next king, Angada is made the heir apparent. Then there is a mark of friendship between Rama and Sugriva, as promised, dispatches his monkeys, his Vanara Sainyam in different directions. So all this happens in and around Kishkinda, so it's called Kishkinda Kandam. So Balakandam, Ayodhya Kandam, Aranya Kandam, Kishkinda Kandam. Let's skip for a moment this particular Kandam and then let's go to Yuddha Kandam, where Rama, upon understanding from Hanuman that Sita is languishing in Lanka, she is in the clutches of Ravana and Lanka is an island south of their direction, he marches with the Vanara Sainyam with Sugriva, Nala, Nila, Jambavan, Angada, Hanuman, and then he accepts the Sharanagati as performed by Vibhishana. After doing Abhaya Pradhanam to him, very beautifully Rama, with the aid of Samudra Raja, keeping him as the supervisor and Nala as the architect, constructs the Setu, carries all the Vanaras to Lanka Pradesham, fights the huge battalion of the Rakshasa Sainyam headed by Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Indrajit, Malyavan, and finally Agni Pariksha is performed and Rama rescues Sita from Ashokavanam, brings her back to Ayodhya, and it's a beautiful event that happens in such great grandeur. With all this that happens in Ayodhya, it is Yuddha Kandam, though Yuddham doesn't happen throughout. Towards the end, there is Rama Pattabhishekam. So, there is an auspicious event. It is called Yuddha Kandam. Then comes Uttara Kandam, Valmiki, when he understands that there is a pregnant Sita who has been sent on an exile to the forest. He, like a dutiful brother, a fatherly position, accepts to be her guardian, takes care of her during the entire gestation phase, composes the beautiful work Srimad Ramayanam during that period. He also ends up teaching Srimad Ramayanam to the sons of Rama, namely Lava and Kusha, who end up going village after village, town after town, Rajyam after Rajyam, singing the praise of Srimad Ramayanam as composed by their Guru, come guardian Valmiki, oblivious of the fact that this Grantham talks and speaks laurels about their father Ramachandra and Mata Janaki. And then there is Ashwamedha Yajnam that Rama performs. There is a description by Valmiki about how Ravana was born, how he obtained the boons from Brahma, so did his brothers. What were the activities that he performed, either bhakti towards Shiva or certain criminal activities that he had performed towards certain women. All that is described in Uttarakandam. So, Bala, Ayodhya, Aranya, Kishkinda. Let's skip one Kandam. Yuddha, Uttarakandam. So, they all have a reason. Bala Kandam, Ayodhya Kandam, it happened in Ayodhya. Aranya Kandam, it happened in Aranyam. Kishkinda Kandam, it happened in Kishkinda. Uttarakandam, what follows later? Yuddha Kandam, Yuddham takes a central spot. So, if you look at all these words that have been given for the Kandams, Bala, Ayodhya, Aranya, either largely it is geographical in nature. It happened in Ayodhya. It happened in Kishkinda. It happened in the forest. What happened later? What is the central theme? Yuddham. What is the central theme? Their boyhood, their childhood, Bala. So, none of these are exact adjectives. So, when you qualify someone or something, that becomes an adjective. So, I say this is a person. I qualify. He is a very good person. She is a very generous lady. So, there is an adjective. This is a generous lady. He is a generous man. So, I qualify. If you look at the names of the cantos, the kandams in Srimad Ramayanam, Valmiki chooses to use one of the best adjectives only for this kandam. He calls it Sundara Kandam. But you know, the irony is, it is in this kandam where Sita and Rama are separated entirely. Balakandam, they were together. Ayodhya Kandam, they were together. Aranya Kandam, towards the end is when Sita was abducted. So they were separated, forcefully separated towards the end of Aranya Kandam. Kishkinda Kandam, those were activities that never spoke about Rama and Sita. It spoke more about Vali, Sugriva, their feud and their fight and one's death. Yuddha Kandam, towards the end, Sita and Rama come together. That is when Pattabhishekam happens. Uttarakandam, again, at the beginning they were together and then they were separated, and towards the end they unite as a family, and of course there is a series of activities later. But if you look at Sundarakandam, there is not one place where they are physically present together. Sita and Rama are never together in Sundarakandam. But Valmiki says this is Sundarakandam. So some, of course, critiques of the Ramayana ask, isn't this sadism? Two people are separated and he says this is very beautiful. Why so? To this Tilaka answers, that is why at the commencement I sang this particular shloka, which the commentator in Tilaka, the commentary states, Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundari Katha, Sundare Sundari Lanka, Sundare Kimna Sundaram, Sundare Sundari Sita, Akshata Marute Mukhat, Shrutva Krishtaha Tathaivastu Saramaha Satatam Kridi. In Sundarakandam, there is Sita in Lanka who is beautiful. She is Mahalakshmi personification, right? She is beautiful. Sundari Sita. Who sends the message to her? Rama. Is he beautiful? Yeah, he is extremely handsome. Sundara Rama. Sundara Dasharatha Nandana Rama says, Saint Tyagaraja, he is also handsome. She is pretty, beautiful, he is handsome. Where is she housed? She is housed in Lanka. beautiful. It is beautiful as per the description given in Srimad Ramayana and even till date. She is beautiful. He is beautiful. Lanka is beautiful. What else is beautiful? Next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.